Welcome back, everyone. Doneane is here, and thank you so much for coming in and all this weather.
It's still kind of crazy out there today.
It is.
The traffic's pretty bad.
Yeah, well, Doneane is here to talk about New Year's resolutions, which most people aren't really thinking about now.
Yeah, you know, we're, what, 3 weeks into the new year now, and those resolutions are kind of starting to fall by the wayside. Right. But I want to give the viewers just some little hints and some ways that you can kind of cheat your way back into your New Year's resolutions as far as, you know, healthy eating and what to do when you go out to eat and that sort of thing. You know, this weekend we're probably thinking about comfort food because it's really cold outside, and you know, maybe
thinking about all that bad stuff.
Absolutely. So the thing about it is portion control. Even if you're going to eat something that might not be quite so healthy or might be a little bit fattening, you know, or heavy on the butter or the cream or whatever, portion control is really what you need to think about. So these are just some ideas for some visual ways that you can kind of figure out, is this too much? Is this just right? And especially if you're eating out, because when you go to a restaurant, you know, you get a portion that is enough usually for two people. So my first suggestion there is, if you can, share an entree. If you can't, as soon as you order your meal, ask for a to-go box.
And go ahead
and portion out. Yeah, portion out, put what you're going to take home, go ahead and box it up, and then just eat the smaller portion that's on your plate.
That's pretty smart, because then if it's not there in front of you, you've already got it set aside for the next day.
Right, because otherwise you'll just eat and eat and eat and eat. And, but these are some tricks that you can use when you go out to eat. We don't take our measuring cups with us when we go out to eat, so you've got to have some other ways to kind of visualize what your portion size should be.
Right.
So for your protein, if you're having a piece of steak or you're having chicken or fish, about as tall as a deck of cards, about a ½ an inch tall. But then your other way to visualize it is look at the palms of your hand. The size of the palm of your hand, no fingers or thumb, just your palm, that should be as large as your meat should be, your meat, your chicken, your fish. Now for women, it's 1 palm. For men, it can be 2. So their portion can be a little bit bigger. Okay. So tall as a deck of cards, palm of your hand. Another thing is for your vegetables and fruits, you want to visualize about a medium-sized fruit like this Granny Smith apple, or about the size of a tennis ball, not too much bigger than that. You know, sometimes you'll get a portion of mashed potatoes and it's like 2 gigantic hands full on your plate. Well, that's way too much. So visualize the medium-sized fruit or tennis ball. Okay. Then another thing you can use, these little Ziploc snack bags are the perfect size for about a cup of anything. Okay. So if you are prepping your meals for the week and you're doing your lunches or you're packing kids' lunches, you can actually take these little bags and go ahead and portion out a cup of anything. I've brought a cup of little cherry tomatoes. These are great for snacks. But you can put a cup of anything, broccoli florets, celery sticks, baby carrots, anything, and then that will give you just about a cup of what you're eating.
Now, you were in talking about portion control, though. Can you actually have too much vegetables or fruits?
Not really. I mean, fruits and vegetables, even if you're trying to lose weight, you can eat just about unlimited amounts of fruits and vegetables. Now, you want to be careful with your fruits, because if you're looking at high sugar fruits and you're trying to lose weight, you want to try to stay away from those. But you really can't go wrong with vegetables. I mean, your plate, when you dish up your plate, about 3/4 of it should be fruits and vegetables, and 1/4 of it should be your protein.
Okay. No, so what are the higher sugar content? Which fruits
Well, believe it or not, bananas are the highest in sugar content. And most doctors will tell you, especially if you're borderline diabetic or you are diabetic or you're trying to lose weight, to stay away from bananas, period. Wow. And then your other high sugar fruits like oranges, pineapples, and most people think that berries like strawberries are high in sugar. They're really not. They're actually low in sugar. So all of your berries, strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, those are very low in sugar. Okay. So your bananas, your oranges, and grapes too, very high in sugar.
Okay, so stay away from those, or at least monitor
your portion.
Portions. Okay. Any other tips for anyone that's trying to get back on their New Year's?
Another thing is, well, you know, the Super Bowl's coming up, so we're going to be going to parties and eating and snacking and grazing like people do. And we had talked about this back during the holidays. If you are in a buffet situation, choose the smallest plate that they have available, and use utensils. And as soon as you serve your plate, step away from the buffet table, go sit or stand someplace else. Right. So choose the smallest plate that you can, and again, just watch your portions.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Doneane.